Now that we have our grid position, we have the ability to prepare the car for the race and to choose the strategy. So again, we can choose to go for a fully loaded car with fuel to avoid to stop too often for fuel. This will provide extra weight to the car, and as a consequence, the car won't be as fast. So if I equip 100% of the fuel on this car, and I choose to go with half the fuel on the second car, my second car will probably have 5/10 of a second benefit from my other car. So the importance of going with more or less fuel is quite impactful on the race. So it depends on your strategy if you want to stop uh, more frequently and to go faster on the track, or if you don't want to go slower on the track but stop less often. Then you have the tire selection. So don't pay too much attention to the duration of the tires because those have changed and we haven't updated the values. So you can aim because we are in dry condition. We can choose either the soft or the medium. Medium tires actually have a longevity of or duration of 50% more than the soft tires. But of course, they provide less grip, which means that your car is slower by almost like a second per lap when you use medium tires. So again, for the sake of the comparison, we're gonna go not so fast with Chris, and we're gonna try to go as fast as possible with. Well, actually, we're gonna do the opposite because Chris is in first position. So let's try to keep him first, and let's have a different strategy with Mikhail, and let's be more cautious with Mikhail. So let's go now on the grid. So all cars are going to go the grid and find their position. So as we are in the hypercar category, so you can see that some of the hypercars that are featured in the early access. We are missing a few hypercars, and we hope that we're going to get the rights for the missing ones. But we already have, the essential grid and lineup. So when the race starts, uh, I have multiple choices. So first, I have a quick look at the pace of everybody. Um, as we selected different tires and different fuel load, uh, Chris is going to be probably faster than uh, Michael if we don't change anything. Uh, I'm now not getting around P4, P5, so I want to go ahead. Maybe I can push now, so I'm going to increase the speed of Chris, and we're going to stay where we are with Michael and let the other cars go faster if they want, but we're going to be on a different strategy with Michael. I'm going to try to stop less. So as I go as fast as possible, of course, I'm gaining some position. When I have issues overtaking a car like this, so if I get closer, I can use my push to pass, which is basically an extra energy that you can use. You have like 3 extra energy slots, which refreshes when you stop. We may actually want to revise that rule, but that's the rule we use now. So when you go to the pit stop, then this gives you back one push to pass. So because I'm going fast and I use my push to pass, I'm now heading the race. I can slow down a little bit. There's no point to burn my tires, to kill my tires, or to overheat my mechanical components. So let's go back to a normal pace. Let's have a look now at Michael. So of course, Michael is struggling because he's heavy on fuel. He has medium tires, and as you can see, most of the cars from the classification, which are in the top 10, are actually on soft tires. So I'm not doing that bad with Michael because I'm the second car in medium. So uh, it's okay for Michael to be around the 10th position. But as I'm looking at his position in the race, we can clearly see that I'm probably losing time behind those cars. So I may want to use again fast and push to pass to try to overtake that group. Uh, so I've already gained a couple of positions. Right, I think that's good. So let's go back to the regular pace. During that time, so Chris is doing very well. We have passed halfway through the tire wear, so we have 37%. Uh, the tire remains very good in grip, so we have a light degradation of the grip of the tire. But as soon as we are going to hit the 30% threshold, then we're going to lose quickly a lot of grip. So we don't want to keep a tire that degrades too much or too heavily. So as you can see, we now have the indicator that our tires is now degrading very fast. So we better stop now. Let's go and ask for a pit stop. I'm also running low on fuel, so I may want to use to refuel at least half the tank. And I'm going to stay on my soft tire strategy. So I'm going to choose soft tires. I'm not going to swap. Oh, actually, I can swap tires. Swap driver. So let's swap my driver because apparently Lawrence has a better pace on dry. So I'm all set now for the stop for Chris, and we're gonna at that stop we're gonna refill the tank, half the tank. We're going to switch our worn soft tires by new ones, and we're gonna switch drivers as well and go for Lawrence that is slightly faster than Chris. So this is all set. So we are going to the pit lane now and we see the animation. So animations are still in progress. You have the refuel. You have also the tire change and the driver swap as it's happening right now. So as you can see, yeah, still some glitches animations wise. Still some things to do. So we are out of the pit lane. We've lost. No, we haven't lost. Do we? Yes, we've lost few positions. We are now fourth. Let's keep that pace and let's have a look at Michael now. The medium tires are now worn out. So we're good on fuel. I'm going to talk about Tom Hurter afterwards, but let's prepare for the stop now. So we're going to again, keep the same strategy for Michael. So we're going to aim for medium, and that would be our only stop for the race, as we are going to stop again for Lawrence. Fuel wise, I think we're going to be good until the end of the race, so we don't need to refuel. We don't need to change driver as well. So that's going to be a faster stop because we are going to only change the tire. So we are not going to use stop times to refuel and everything. So it would be interesting to see at the end of the race, since both drivers have the same car, which strategy was at the end of the day, more impactful. So yeah, if I switch to Michael, then Michael has just stopped at the 2/3 of the race because this is lap 10 out of 15. So he could have stopped even earlier. So maybe we have stopped a little bit too late and probably the tires won't be, the first tire won't be, were not optimal. And we should have maybe stopped a couple of laps earlier to be more optimal. What can I show you at the same time? Speed. I can increase the speed. So this is twice the speed. We also have the options to actually have that button as a toggle. Top view, we're still improving the top view to make it nicer and some polish as well. But this gives an overview of the track. This hasn't changed much since we've presented it last time. but it gives you a nice overview of the race. Systems as well are under improvements at the moment. So we're going to keep adding messages from different engineers, and also that's the benefit of having a crew, the racing crew that we've seen in the building. The better characters, the higher the levels of those characters, the more messages and the more insightful messages you're going to get during the race as well. Let's let's try to go with a faster pace. We haven't spoke about tire temperature. I think it doesn't seem to be completely functional on this version, but tire temperature, as you can see, increases. And when this is too hot, then you're losing grip. It's not good, but also you are wearing out your tires faster when the heat for the tire is too high. And the last indicator is the reliability or the temperature of the global mechanical components on your car. You want to you don't want to push for too long and to stay at too fast pace. Otherwise, everything gets overheating, and then when you reach a certain level of heat, then you have a risk of failure. So you want to avoid to be in that state for too long. Otherwise, you may just not finish the race. Having like brake failure, a cooling system failure, or an engine failure, any type of failure that you can have, usually have on that type of races. So this is the last lap now. So I think we've done good, although the AI has been set to easy. So that's why we have done like a simple strategy, but that was enough to beat the AI. So we just now need to finish the last lap, and that's going to be the end of the race. So this gives you an overview of a typical sprint race with 15 laps. We also have endurance races with twice the number of laps, 30 laps, which also provides more strategy opportunities and variations. So we just finished P1 and P2, so we couldn't do better. It's a great result for today. And at the end of the race, of course, you have the strategy used by all the cars, so you can compare your strategy with the strategy of the other teams. You also have the best time performed by each car, the gap at the end of the race, and the points that you are getting for the championship.